On January 17, 2015, along the Metrolink tracks in Burbank, California, one of fitness's most iconic figures took his final breath. A military veteran turned fitness model, motivational speaker, and actor's life had been cut short before the first responders got to the scene. This man who seemed invincible, who inspired millions, who lived life on the edge. This is the tragic story of Greg Plitt. Chapter 1. The Beginning. Gregory Wayne Plitt Jr. was born on April 3, 1977 in Baltimore, Maryland, and grew up in Lutherville with his mother, who was an interior designer, and his father, a real estate agent. He had an older sister, and their parents raised him with discipline and high expectations. From a young age, Greg showed a strong focus and determination. He looked up to action heroes like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger and wanted to build a strong physique like theirs. He attended Gilman School, a well-known private school in Baltimore where he excelled both in his studies and sports. He was active in wrestling, football, and golf and gained a reputation for his hard work, often staying late to improve his skills. His parents taught him that nothing valuable comes easy, a lesson that stayed with him throughout his life. Chapter 2. Forged in the Military. After finishing high school in 1995, Greg made a bold choice that would greatly shape his life. He enrolled in the United States Military Academy at West Point. The tough program at West Point tested his physical strength and mental toughness. While many cadets found it challenging to meet military expectations, Greg flourished. He was not just trying to meet the requirements, he wanted to exceed them. If the goal was to run 5 miles, he would push himself to run 10. His roommates often woke up at 4 a.m. to find him either studying or doing push-ups. In 1999, Greg graduated with a degree in mechanical engineering and became a second lieutenant in the US Army. His outstanding performance helped him get into the elite US Army Rangers School, which is one of the toughest leadership courses in the military. After finishing Ranger School, he served in the Army for 5 years, including time spent overseas. This experience deeply influenced his beliefs. He realized that the human body and mind can achieve amazing things when trained with discipline and confidence. Chapter 3. Rise to Fitness Fame. After leaving the military in 2004, Greg faced a common struggle many veterans experience: finding a new purpose in civilian life. For him, the choice was simple. He wanted to use his military discipline and athletic talent to pursue a career in fitness.
Did I start becoming a fitness model by accident? I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was in a hotel lobby after I came back from overseas. I was in the military, and I happened to be the same place as a big convention for modeling agencies and stuff. And I was at the hotel and just kind of walked into I don't know, a sea of sharks, and they came up to me and they go, "Hey man, you got a good look, you should try this." And I told them to go fuck themselves, get out of here. And I was in the military, man. I'm like, what's this modeling crap, you know? Get away from me. He gave me his card. I didn't really think much of it. 2 weeks later, I'm doing laundry. The card falls out of my pocket. I looked him up. He's a legit guy in New York. I said, you know, I love working out. You know, I do it for the functional fitness of military and sports. Like, maybe I'll give it a shot, you know?
Standing at 6'1" with a fit physique and striking blue eyes, Greg quickly caught attention in the fitness field. His big break came when a photographer noticed him working out at a gym in Baltimore, leading to his first gig as a fitness model. By 2004, Greg had made it into the cover of Muscle and Fitness, a key moment that kicked off a successful modeling career. He ended up appearing on over 200 magazine covers, becoming one of the most recognized faces in the fitness industry. What set Greg's training philosophy apart was his focus. Instead of simply trying to build big muscles, he emphasized functional strength and real-life athletic skills.
What we have here right now is nothing more than a messenger of what the mind's saying. If you're clouded up here, man, this body cannot do anything here. If you're pure up here and you know what you're thinking, this will directly correlate to your thought process. So every transformation begins up here, the biggest muscle in the body. And if you're confused or you're lacking self-confidence up here, This can't do anything, man.
His workouts became famous for their intensity and creativity, including flipping tires, swinging sledgehammers, sprinting with weights, and doing muscle-ups on scaffolding. No matter the weather, he believed that tough conditions helped build both body and mind. Friends and workout partners admired his commitment. They often shared stories of how Greg pushed through pain, fueled by his strong inner drive.
I do a split where I do a 5-day split. My training program is this. I'll go in there day one and I'll do chest. And then I'll go back, then I'll go shoulders, then I'll go arms, then I'll go legs. So if you look at that a little more in depth, chest is a push, back's a pull. Shoulders a push, thighs mainly is a pull, and then legs is, outside of the mix.
Although Greg did not often talk about supplements, those close to him knew he took a balanced approach. He put more importance on nutrition, sleep, and recovery rather than quick fixes popular in fitness.
Workout. My 1 meal a day, guys, is only one chewable solid food meal a day. It's only 1 meal a day that way. There's only one portion of the day where my body's energy is spent digesting food. That's not to say that I don't bring in nutrition throughout the day. I just eat 1 meal a day, okay? That's my lawnmower approach.
Your supplements, your diet, what you're taking in for nutrition, and 4 is your rest. How much sleep you're getting, how much time off in between workouts. All 4 of them carry the same weight, 25 each way, to make up that final end state ideal figure you want.
Chapter 4, Beyond the Physique.
It was never about fitness modeling. I just had a passion for working out. Every time I hit struggles or I was stressed out, I always went to the gym to find solidity there and to work through any kind of stresses. So naturally I got in shape, but it wasn't for fitness modeling, it was for military and sports. And then later on, down the road, an agency saw me and said, hey, you should take some pictures. I'm like, I'll try it. And that's how this was born. But it wasn't the starting. I didn't set out for this. It just ended up coming through passion and the love of the gym. What is motivation? Motivation for me is that you never have to wonder what if.
By 2007, Greg had made a name for himself beyond just being a fitness model. With his military background, striking looks, and natural charm, he opened up opportunities in both the entertainment and fitness industries.
Ominous associations it will raise in America's enemies.
His big break in Hollywood came when his physique was used as a model for the CGI character Dr. Manhattan in the 2009 film Watchmen, marking his entry into mainstream media. Around the same time, Greg became a popular face for Under Armour, showcasing his strength and agility in commercials that helped the brand reach a wider audience beyond serious athletes. In 2008, he furthered his television presence by joining Bravo's reality show Workout as a trainer. While the show helped share his training methods with more people, Greg later felt frustrated that reality TV often focused more on drama than on real fitness education. Despite his growing fame, Greg stayed close to his fans. He was known for replying to emails personally and staying long after his scheduled appearances at fitness expos. He genuinely cared about his supporters, often giving advice, encouragement, and even custom workout plans right then and there. His strong commitment to self-improvement led him to launch gregplitt.com in 2010. Where he offered training plans, nutrition tips, and motivational videos that became his trademark. These videos, often filmed at sunrise against city skylines or misty hills, conveyed his belief in self-discipline, facing fears, and reaching one's true potential. Chapter 5, The Entrepreneur.
We all know when we're relaxed exactly the person we want to become. The question is, do we believe we can become it? Without that belief, every journey will run into a debate. That debate.
By 2011, Greg had turned his military skills and fitness knowledge into several successful businesses. He did not just focus on fitness modeling. He also created workout programs and teamed up with nutrition and gear companies that matched his straightforward belief in performance over looks. His approach to business mirrored how he trained. Careful, disciplined, and genuine. He was hands-on in product development and refused to promote anything he had not tried and believed in. In 2012, he introduced MFT 28, Military Fitness Training 28, through bodybuilding.com. This was a tough 4-week program based on the training methods that he used in the military and throughout his fitness journey. Greg often talked about earned authority, which means you should only teach what you have truly mastered from experience. Staying true to this idea, he turned down many endorsement deals that did not meet his high standards. By 2014, Greg's work, ranging from modeling and public speaking to online programs, had built him a successful career. Those who knew him well saw that he lived simply, valuing meaningful experiences over material things.
What have I been doing for? I guess my whole life, you know, the gym for me, it's not about like how big your bicep is or something like that. And the gym for me is a metaphor of life. It's a non-subjective place where you go in there and you apply the fundamental building blocks of success. Those being work ethic, dedication, integrity. You start honing on that sweat equity of life and you see a transformation in yourself physically. Now that's great, in the mirror it looks good, but the biggest transformation is up here, your mindset.
In late 2014, Greg started planning an exciting new project that combined fitness training with mental conditioning. The system aimed to help people build resilience and self-control, drawing from his military experience and personal life lessons. Though it wasn't finished, this project showed Greg's lifelong goal to help others transform not just their bodies, but also their minds. Chapter 6, The Man Behind the Muscles.
I think luck, true luck, if you really want to know, is having a passion, a belief in something that you train and retrain and master and remaster with no one watching, hoping one day that trained ability that's mastered collides with an opportunity to show it off. That's all luck is.
Even though Greg appeared to be an unstoppable force, those who knew him well understood that he was more complicated than that. He struggled with doubts just like anyone else, even as he motivated others to overcome their own. Greg had a strong desire for perfection that sometimes felt like an obsession. He set high standards for himself and held himself accountable not just in the gym, but in all parts of his life. Friends and colleagues noticed that he would often stay up late, reviewing his progress, always looking for ways to do better, whether it was in training, his business, or personal development. He was committed to staying in great shape, maintaining a lean look throughout the year, a discipline that few could keep up with outside of competition time. When people asked why he did not take breaks from his strict conditioning, Greg would say, "I never know when an opportunity will come and I want to be ready. Plus, I can't expect others to push their limits if I'm not pushing mine." Even as his popularity grew, Greg kept his private life on the wraps. He rarely talked about relationships and kept a close circle of friends, many of whom he met during his military service. These friends described him as a thoughtful person who could easily quote great thinkers and also create tough workout routines.
Your course of action. You've hit the wall someplace, you've looked in the mirror too many times and haven't smiled. You want to change the situation, move from where you are. The journey is not easy. But before you start that journey, mentally, you must fuel yourself with the right reasons, the right fuel to sustain the entire journey.
Despite his tough exterior, Greg was also caring. People at the gym and his fans often saw him spending time mentoring beginners, giving them support and useful tips. One gym owner in Los Angeles remembered how Greg once spent nearly an hour helping a young man improve his push-up form, an act that truly inspired the boy and everyone who saw it. Chapter 7, the final chapter.
Now, you have this metabolic fitness system. Now, okay, what is it? And it's a two-part question. What is it? And how does this system differ from all the other fitness products out there? Because you have all kinds of, people are always pushing these products or whatever. But I look at you as the man. So I'm like, okay, this is something that I definitely want to try out. So how is it different from all the other products out there?
The origin is how it's different. Most people that have a name in the business or anything else are hired by a company on the 11th hour to be a spokesperson for whatever product they're pitching. This is not how this one went down.
As 2014 came to an end, Greg was at the top of his game. His businesses were doing well, his motivational messages were reaching millions, and he stayed close to the military community. often speaking about how fitness could strengthen both body and mind. In early January 2015, Greg was filming a promo for a sports energy drink. Wanting authentic and exciting visuals, he planned to shoot near the Metrolink tracks in Burbank, California. He wanted to capture footage of himself running alongside a moving train, which he believed would symbolize keeping pace with life's challenges, as he told his production team. On January 17th, Greg arrived at the tracks. Witnesses and police reported that he misjudged the speed of an oncoming train while trying to film. Around 4:10 p.m., he was hit by a southbound Metrolink train and was pronounced dead at the scene.
Well, I've just stumbled on some unfortunate news, and this is some bad news for the fitness community. Greg Plitt has passed away at the age of 37. He was an American fitness model, and he did a little acting too. He was on an HBO series, I think it was called Workout or something like that. And I thought this was a joke when I first seen it.
The news of his death shocked the fitness community and many others. Tributes poured in on social media from celebrities, athletes, military veterans, and everyday people whose lives he had influenced.
Popular hunk gets run over by a commuter train. A Los Angeles commuter train struck and killed a well-known fitness model in Burbank, just outside of LA, Saturday afternoon.
The investigation determined it was an accident, concluding that Greg mistakenly thought he could outrun the train, a tragic error for someone known for pushing boundaries. Greg's funeral took place in his hometown of Baltimore and was attended by a large crowd, including family, friends, military colleagues, industry peers, and fans who came to honor him. In the following years, Greg's impact continued to grow, as many people shared stories of how his example had helped them face challenges like addiction, depression, and obesity. His legacy lived on, not just in his videos and photos, but in the lives he inspired to change.